Hey guys, Ocean Ray here. Today I'm going to be showing you a new music tutorial on a cool bass that I made. I'm not really sure what to call it, but it sounds pretty darn awesome. So I'm going to play it here first with drums and without drums. So here we go. So yeah, that's the bass there. I think it sounds pretty darn awesome. And you can see I created a massive kind of screwing around. I made it by accident actually. But here it is. So first thing you do is you go to oscillator 1, you put it to square saw 2 and put it all the way to the saw side. And make sure intensity and amplification is up, and then you put it down to 24. Then you go to oscillator 2, put it to AI, put it to bend minus, make sure the wavetable position is about pointing at the T in position, and I guess the intensity could have been all the way up, doesn't really matter. I had it about almost up all the way, but now it's there. And also at 24, negative 24. Then you put it at 30 needle for oscillator 3, and make sure it's at spectrum. Also pointing to about the T in position, and intensity is the same, and amplification is the same, and also down to 24. And then I turned on the modulation oscillator, and the first thing I did was I screwed with this a bit, and got about there. If you want the exact numbers, that's about 0.209961, and it's down 12, and then I also turned the phase on, and that's on very, very slightly. It's 0.0234375, and it's also down at 12, because that's a little thing. Okay, so then I go to filters, and filter 1 is going to be a band pass, filter 2 is going to be a band reject, and the cutoff in filter 1 is going to be about pointing at the F, the bandwidth about pointing at the H in bandwidth, and the resonance is actually just kind of funny. It's going to be about pointing at the arrow of the bandwidth knob. Then in band reject, in filter 2, going to have it pointing a little farther than the F, and bandwidth is going to be straight in the middle, and the resonance is going to be pointing at about the E or S in resonance. Then I'm going to have this all the way up here. For some reason I can't think of the name, and it's going to be set down to mix filter 2. And then in insert 1 I have a parabolic shaper, dry wet is about at the T and drive so past the E. In insert 2 there's a hard clipper, the dry wet's in the middle, and the drive is about pointing between the V and the E. Then we have sorry, I'm losing my voice. Then we have it set to unison 2 and monophonic and always triggered, and the pan position is about in the middle, it's a little bit to the left. And then we're going to go to the effects. I have it on a teletube. Drive is pointing towards the mix knob here. It drives a little to the left past the D in drive. For effects 2, I just put a dimension expander. The size is all the way down. The drive it's about pointing at the R. And then in the EQ, the low is pointing towards the O and low. The boost is pointing to the S and boost. The frequency is about pointing to the N in frequency. The high shelf is directly in the center. Now for the LFOs, in LFO 5, I just have it as a saw LFO, a saw shape I should say. And the X phase curve is going all the way down to the saw shape, and I have a ratio at 1 to 8. And then in number 6 is actually exactly the same. I don't know why I have 2 of them. They're exactly the same. And didn't do anything in the routing. Oh yeah, okay. So you want to have the restart VA gate on, and you want to have the oscillator 1, 2, and 3 in modulation oscillator in these settings here, or else it won't sound the same like at all. It's very weird how it is like that, but it won't sound similar. It's like very fine, you could say. But yeah, so that's the sound there. I'm gonna play it without any effects on it first, because there is a couple of effects. Mostly just EQing, but that's what it sounds like without the effects. Actually, let me take out the bass, because there really is no bass in the sound, so it's this. So you have that there. Let me turn on the bass again. If I go to the effects, first I have some EQ on there. I took out the low ends and brought up it a little bit around to 3000 hertz, or 3000 hertz, yeah, I'm not crazy. Then I put a camel crusher on it, and what I did was I turned off the compressor and I boosted the tube and mix distortion a little bit, and I'm pretty sure I brought down the mix and the volume because it's a little loud. Then I put a chorus on there. I didn't do anything to it, I just turned down the stereo to 0 and then turned its mix level way down to 60%. Then I have another EQ, just getting rid of more of the low frequencies, and another one. I just to make sure it's as good as possible on getting rid of the low frequencies. Then I have a Maximus on it, and in the low I have the stereo separation all the way to the right, the mid is a little bit to the right, and the high is a little bit to the left. So that is it, really. So I'm going to play this sound one more time. I'll double it up. I'll play it one more time, and that'll be it. So yeah, thank you for watching.